If you're thinking about moving to Littleton, Colorado, let me guess. You probably watched a few videos talking about how great it is. And honestly, a lot of what you hear is true. But here's the thing. Littleton is not perfect for everyone. And if you're relocating here from another state, there are a few things that can surprise you once you're actually living here day to day. Some people move here and absolutely love it. Others realize pretty quickly that it's not exactly what they expected. Not because it's bad, but because it doesn't match their lifestyle. So in this video, I'm breaking down the real pros and cons of living in Littleton, Colorado. Not the highlight reel, not the Instagram version. I will talk about what people love, what surprises buyers after they move, and what you should really think about if you're considering relocating here. If you're planning a move to Colorado and this area is on your list, make sure you watch this entire video. By the end, you'll have a much clearer idea if Littleton actually makes sense for you, or if another area might be a better fit. Hi, I'm Ewelina, and together with my husband Simon, we help buyers and sellers all across the Denver metro area. We lived here for over 25 years, so this isn't just where we work, it's home. We help a lot of people relocating to Colorado from other states, as well as local homeowners who are ready for their next move. Most of the questions we get are really about lifestyle, not just the house itself. If Littleton is starting to feel like a place you could call home, I also created a relocation guide to make things easier. It covers daily life, neighborhoods, weather, and things people don't always think about before moving. It's free, and I will link it below. Let's start with the cons first, just so you have the full picture. Con number 1, commute depends on direction. The commute from Littleton really depends on where you're going and which part of town you live in. And this is something people relocating from out of state don't always realize. If you're living near downtown Littleton, getting into Denver can actually be pretty reasonable. Outside of heavy rush hour, you can often get into Denver in about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on traffic and where exactly you're headed. During peak commute times, that can take longer. If you're on the west or south side, like in Carroll, the drive actually takes a bit more time. In those cases, you're probably jumping on C470, which is convenient but still adds time during busy hours. One big advantage of being near downtown Littleton is the light rail. The light rail runs right into the heart of downtown Denver. And for people living nearby, it can be an easy way to commute without driving. The Denver Tech Center is not far distance-wise, but the commute can still feel slow because of so many people from the south suburbs are heading there at the same time. And if your commute takes you to places like Boulder or Broomfield, that's a different situation. Those drives are longer and you're dealing with both distance and traffic. On a map, everything looks close. In real life, direction and timing make a big difference. Con number 2. Higher prices in desirable pockets. This community has some desirable neighborhoods, especially in established parts, closer to Foothills or near trails and open space. These areas are popular because of the lifestyle, convenience, and overall feel, and that popularity shows up in pricing. In the most desirable parts, prices are higher, and sometimes you will pay more even if the home is smaller or older. Buyers here are really paying for the setting, not just the square footage. Homes closer to the foothills or open space cost more because the views, privacy, and quiet can be recreated. Established neighborhoods also cost more since they have mature trees, larger lots, and more character than newer subdivisions. On top of that, Littleton sits in a unique location where you can still commute to Denver or the tech center while living near trails, parks, or Chatfield Reservoir. The mix of mature and convenience keep demand strong and prices higher. For many buyers, that trade-off is worth it because they value the location and lifestyle. It's important to understand this before you start house hunting so your expectations stay realistic. Knowing this upfront helps you plan better and avoid surprises once you start touring homes. Con number 3. Many older homes need updates. Littleton has a lot of older homes, which gives the area character, but it also comes with responsibility. You might see older kitchens, bathrooms, smaller closets, or systems like roofs, windows, plumbing, or electrical that need updates over time. Some homes are perfectly livable, but haven't been updated in a while. Some buyers love this because they can update the home over time and make it their own. Others prefer something more move-in ready. It's not a bad thing, it's just something to plan and budget for before buying. Con number 4, distance to Denver International Airport. Littleton is not very close to Denver International Airport, and that surprises a lot of people. The drive is usually around 45 to 60 minutes, depending on traffic. Most locals take E470 to get to DIA because it's more predictable, but it is a toll road. Many people try to avoid I-25 and I-225, especially during rush hour. If you travel often to work, have visitors flying in, or need to catch flights during peak traffic times, you want to plan extra time for the drive. And con number 5, less nightlife and city variety. This area is not a big nightlife city, and that's something people should know before moving here. There are great restaurants, breweries, and local spots, especially around downtown Littleton. And the atmosphere is really nice, just more relaxed and low-key. You'll find places to go out for dinner, grab a drink, or meet friends. But it's not a place with a lot of late-night activity. If nightlife is important to you, Littleton might feel quiet, especially during the week. Most concerts, major events, and bigger nightlife options are still in Denver, so going out often means planning a drive into the city. For people who enjoy a calmer lifestyle, this is actually a big positive. But for others, especially those coming from larger cities, it can feel like an adjustment. Now let's talk about what makes this area great. Pro number 1, different neighborhoods, different lifestyles. One of the biggest pros of living here is that each neighborhood offers a different lifestyle, so people can really find what fits them best. If you're near downtown Littleton, the lifestyle feels more walkable and social. You also have neighborhoods closer to the Foothills, which feel more outdoorsy and quiet. Then there are older, established neighborhoods with mature trees and a more traditional suburban feel. And more south, Sterling Ranch and Roxborough offer very different lifestyles. Sterling Ranch is a newer development with modern homes and trails. Roxborough is very unique, built into red rock formations with more custom homes and a very private, nature-focused feel. What makes Littleton special is that all of these neighborhoods are part of the same city. You're choosing the lifestyle that works best for you. Pro number 2, easy access to foothills and mountains. Littleton is a great location if being close to the mountains matters to you. The west side sits right up against the foothills and very close to Red Rocks, which is a big plus for a lot of people. Even if you're on the east side, you still have quick access to C470, and Highway 285 also gets you toward the foothills and the mountains pretty quickly. You don't have to drive across the entire metro area first like you would from many other suburbs, which makes a big difference. From here, hiking, skiing, biking, or even just going for a scenic drive feel much easier to plan. A lot of people end up using the mountains more often simply because it feels convenient instead of a full-day commitment. And even weeknight concerts at Red Rocks become realistic when you live in Littleton. For many people moving to Colorado, this ends up being one of the biggest advantages of living here. Pro number 3, great outdoor living. If outdoor living is important to you, Littleton really has a lot to offer. And this is something people notice once they live here. There are trails, parks, and open space all throughout the city. Places like Chatfield Reservoir and Waterton Canyon are big highlights, and locals use them regularly for walking, biking, hiking, and spending time outdoors. Even if you live near downtown Littleton, you still have great outdoor access. There are over 1,400 acres of trails and natural areas, which makes being outside feel like part of daily life. You also have places like Hudson Gardens, the South Platte River, and the High Line Canal Trail, which starts near the foothills and runs across the Denver Metro. These areas give people even more ways to enjoy the outdoors without having to drive far. What makes this such a big pro is how easy it is. Being outside doesn't feel like something you have to plan. It's just part of everyday life. Pro number 4, established neighborhoods and housing variety. Littleton has a wide variety of housing options, and this is something buyers really appreciate once they start looking around. You will find older, established neighborhoods with mature trees, unique homes, and a strong neighborhood feel. These homes don't feel cookie-cutter, and many people like that homes have more character and personality. There are also walkable areas near downtown Littleton where people enjoy being close to shops, restaurants, and local events. Living near downtown gives you more activity and convenience without feeling like you're in a big city. At the same time, this town also offers newer homes and newer neighborhoods, which appeal to buyers who want modern layouts and less maintenance. You can also find apartments, condos, and townhomes, which gives people options at different stages of life. This variety makes it easier for buyers to find something that fits both their lifestyle and budget. And it's a big reason many people choose Littleton over other suburbs. And pro number 5. Strong community feel and less congestion. Littleton has a strong community feel, and that's something people often notice pretty quickly. Residents support local businesses, attend community events, and spend time in places like downtown Littleton without it feeling crowded or overwhelming. There is a sense of pride in the community and people tend to stay involved. Compared to central Denver, traffic feels lighter and day-to-day errands feel easier. You're not dealing with constant congestion and getting around town usually feels manageable and low stress. For many people, this balance is a big reason they choose this area. You still have access to the city when you want it, but daily life feels calmer, more comfortable, and easier to enjoy. So those are the real pros and cons of living in Littleton, Colorado. Like any city, it's not perfect, and whether it's right for you depends on your lifestyle. If you're relocating to Colorado and thinking about this area, I help people with that all the time. Comparing neighborhoods, commute realities, and figuring out what actually works best for you day to day. If you're planning a move to Littleton or anywhere in the Denver metro area, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to answer questions and help you decide if this area truly makes sense for you. And if you haven't grabbed my Colorado location guide yet, I will link it below. It covers daily life, neighborhoods, the weather, and things people don't always think about before moving.